So for some reason, I tried to swivel this one and it won't swivel at all. But this one right here actually rotates completely, this glove piece. I think this one just needs a little bit of hot water. So yeah, for the mistake that I made in the video, now you guys know this piece does move. Well, this piece on mine anyway. What the heck is up, you guys? Mr. Inconsistent back with the consistency that I'm trying to bring anyway. Back with a action figure review, and of course, I did a poll on Instagram to see which one you guys wanted me to review first, and it looked like this guy was going to come in first place, so hey, I had to do it. Now, if you don't know, I am a very big fan of My Hero Academia. If you haven't watched it, what are you doing? Get on the grind, go watch the show. It's on the road to becoming one of the best animes, period. But in case you don't know, this is the Figma Izuku Midoriya. Awesome character, and I definitely think he's going to go down as one of the big ones, and I mean the Ichigos, the Narutos, and the Goku. So anyway, with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at this figure real quick. Now, for you guys that know me, you all know I had to do that sexy packaging first. And of course, being that it is green, one of my favorite colors, it's a sexy packaging automatically. But anyway, let's take a look at it. Figma 323, as you guys can see, My Hero Academia written right there. Midoriya Izuku right there, that's his name, My Hero Academia again. Sculpted by Shinji Koshinuma. So thank you for this Figma, Shinji. I am appreciative of it. Anyway, here's the bottom. Cool image of him right there. Figma once again, 323 barcode, blah, blah, blah. Here's the back, some cool poses you can get him into. Japanese stuff that doesn't matter. I will say the back of mine is dented in. Don't know how well you guys can see that. But it's because I got the bonus head, and instead of putting it in the package, they put it back here pressed against it like this and then put it in a tight box. So yeah, I don't know why they did that, but whatever. Anyway, like I said, got the bonus head. But yeah, cool image right there of him on the side. This figure is awesome. I will tell you guys that. I've already played with it a little bit before this review, but I'm going to show you how awesome it is. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now for the height, Izuku stands at a little bit under 5.5 inches, which is about right. He's not exactly 6 inches. He's a very small character. If you watch the show, you should know that already. If you don't, now you know, and I'll show you guys how he stands up next to a couple other superheroes later on in a review. So with that said, let's keep it moving. Moving right on into that articulation, of course. Now, he can look up about that much, not much because of his hair, which that's something that should be a given. He can look down pretty well, so that's awesome. I dig that. Of course, his head can go all the way around. In case you want to know, his head is on the typical Figma head joint. I think just about all their figures are on that joint. So yeah, now you know. Arms can go up about that much, which is extremely amazing. Of course, they can go all the way around. If you hear the joints, it's because the guy is kind of new. I really don't pose this figure that much. I don't know why. He's extremely awesome, but I just don't pose him that much. Anyway, not really double jointed elbows. I'd say it's a single joint. He can only bend about that much, but I mean, it's because of this little elbow pad right there, so it makes sense. There is no swivel right here, so you can't turn the glove, but you can turn this part all the way around. And of course, his hands are on the Figma joint as well. So being that his gloves are so big, it's kind of hard to move them in any further than that. They can go out a little bit, but don't really go in all that much, which, I mean, it's still cool. He does have a diaphragm joint, so you can move that around right there. He also has a waist joint, of course. You can't move that as much, but, I mean, it works, so not going to complain. Foot goes out about that far, goes back that much. You guys know I'm a fan when the foot can go back. I dig that a lot. His knee bends about that much, and once again, that's because of the knee pad, so it makes sense. He does have a swivel right here, of course. Foot can drop down that much, which is awesome, being that he has a really big shoe. I like how they incorporated that joint right there. Goes back that much as well. Of course, it does have a, I want to say that's the toe hinge. Yeah, toe hinge. And it doesn't really swivel out much. Kind of an ankle pivot, but yeah, not so much. But he has extremely big shoes, so it makes sense. But anyway, articulation is great with this guy. Now let's go ahead and move on to those accessories. Now, accessory-wise, he doesn't come with much, but, I mean, he comes with enough. He comes with a standard smiling face, 2 fist hands, which I say every action figure needs. If they don't have one, they need to be put into production. He comes with a pair of open palm hands, which are all good. They have these really big gloves, so Figma did not reuse these hands. I can tell you guys that for sure. He also comes with hands that are slightly like fists, but they're for holding something, though he doesn't come with anything to hold, which, I mean, still useful. Just the fact that they gave them to us, I can definitely rock with that. And of course, he comes with his attack hand. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's Delaware Smash. Basically, if you see this hand, get somewhere and run for your life, because he's about to release some real destructive energy. But as for faces, he comes with this teeth gritted face, which is extremely cool, man. I dig that face. This is probably my most favorite one, though I haven't used it in any of my photos. You guys will see it at the end of the video. He comes with his scared face or nervous face, whatever you want to call it. It's still cool. I dig it. They did really good on these faces, by the way. They capture the character very well. And he comes with this, which is like the smile that he wears. I don't know. He pulls it on his mask, and once he pulls it up on his mask, it's supposed to look like this. Yes, the bonus head. I do have it, which I showed you guys already. But it's awesome. I hated the fact that I had to pay extra to get it, because I paid quite a bit for this, but the bonus mask is pretty cool. So if you don't got it and you can get your hands on it, highly recommend it. But it's definitely not worth what it's going for. So, I mean, I'm a big fan of the character, so that's why I paid for it. But if I wasn't, I could have easily passed on it. Now, with that said, of course, he comes with a Figma stand, and that's all for accessories. Moving right along. As usual, I always forget one thing, but he comes with these, I guess, like tears or sweat. You can, I guess they're like stickers. You can stick them on his face. I'm not sure. I haven't opened them. Probably I'm not going to do so, but I mean, I don't see how they could be used as sweat simply because of the way his hair is. If you put them on his forehead, you really wouldn't even be able to see him. So I guess you could put them on the side of his face if you decide to use them, or you could put them on other Figmas. So yeah, they look pretty cool. I want to try them out on something. But anyway, moving right along, let's get into some size comparisons. First off, here he is standing next to the DC Icon 7-pack Flash, Green Lantern, and my favorite one, of course, New 52 outfit Batman. And as you can see, he's smaller than all of them, so I think he goes in scale just about right, especially since Batman's a tall guy, and I would imagine so is Green Lantern and Flash. Next up, here he is standing next to one of my most favorite figures at the moment, the Mezco Space Ghost. And if you don't like Space Ghost, you've got some problems, man. That show was extremely awesome and a great part of my childhood. Moving right along. Now, of course, you guys know I had to do this with the movie coming out this week. Some people have already seen it. I'm seeing it on Saturday. But here he is standing next to two Marvel Legends Spider-Man. I don't know the first version, but of course, this one right here, you guys should already know, is the Civil War 2-pack, 3-pack version, 3-pack version. But yeah, it looks pretty cool, but it's already beat by the new ones that have been coming out. Anyway, I don't collect Marvel Legends, so yeah, there he is with Spider-Man. Moving right along. Now, my final thoughts on this figure are, if you are a fan of My Hero Academia or just a fan of action anime characters, first of all, if you haven't watched the anime, go watch the anime. I don't know what you're doing, man, because this anime has been all over the internet of people saying how great it is. So go check it out. That being said, you guys should already know how I feel about this figure. This figure is awesome. It captures the character completely. It looks amazing. It feels amazing. I know it's pretty pricey, but I mean, if you're willing to spend it, go get it. Izuku Midoriya is definitely one of the top anime characters right now. And honestly, My Hero Academia is being rated one of the best anime of all time, especially at the moment. So if you guys aren't caught up, hurry up. It's only on season 2. Season 1 is only 13 episodes, and I want to say it's on 14 or 15 in season 2, so that's less than 30 episodes. Go check it out. Now back to the figure. This right here is a wonderful piece, one of my most favorite Figmas ever, a Figma I will never sell. And just look at that face, man. How could you say no to that? Just an awesome figure, and I recommend it for everybody. But that's all I gotta say. If I had to rate it, I'd give it an easy 9.5 out of 10. The only thing that it's lacking is more accessories, but being that he's the type of character he is, there's really not much they could have added. So yeah, go check it out, go get it. if you can afford it, and if you can't, I hope there's a re-release, and I'll let you guys know on that so that you guys can order it, because even I ordered this guy late. But I'm not gonna ramble on. Hope you guys liked the review. If you did, don't forget to like the video anyway if you don't like the review, because it's an action figure and you're here to watch an action figure. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and as always, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.